It doesn't feel that long ago that I was reacting to the release of the KO2 by Teenage Engineering, and now all of a sudden Yamaha have jumped into a similar game. These kind of really feature-rich, portable, and low-cost devices that are capable of making full tracks on the move. So this is what they call the SEQTRAK, and I have to say, although it looks pretty cool, the name doesn't really roll off the tongue too well for me. Now, this isn't the first time that Yamaha have kind of been in this portable device game, even though this is quite feature-rich, this device. They did have a range of these samplers starting in 1995 with the SU10, which is kind of like a portable sampler, and then all the way up to 2000 they had the SU200, both of which are devices which I would love to own at some point. Apparently they have some really nice lo-fi sounds to them, so it's not necessarily the first time Yamaha have dipped their toes into this market, but the SEQTRAK does seem extremely feature-packed, and it's more of the complete music or beat-making experience all packed into this really, really small device. So it's really interesting to see them jumping into this game as well. A lot of companies seem to be trying to take advantage of this market at the moment because it's really, really popular, but take a look at the design of this, guys. Does it ring any bells with any other devices that may be around from a certain company called Teenage Engineering? You probably guessed it right. It looks very, very similar to the OPZ, and from what I can gather loosely, I don't know too much about that device, but it looks like there might be quite a similar thing going on there, just with a few more features. So basically, when anything like this comes out and it has the word sampler in it, that's immediately got my attention. And as well as the sampling area, there are 2,000 built-in sounds. There's 3 synth engines on this device, and there's a dedicated drum area which has up to 7 tracks as well. There's a step sequencer too, so you can just throw everything into that and make full beats or tracks. So 2 of the synth engines work off Yamaha's legendary AWM2 engine, and then the third one works off the DX engine, which I believe is a very famous synth from Yamaha. So fans of Yamaha gear may be really, really psyched to hear about that. I'd be really interested to see what sounds are in there. It kind of makes me think about the J6 from Roland and the fact that they kind of took legacy sounds and put it into a device. Looks like Yamaha have done a really similar thing on this aspect of the device, which is really cool to see. And apparently, just like the J6 as well, all of those work on either mono or poly, so you can make full chords. And yeah, with those features all combined, it really does seem like it's the kind of ultimate portable music making device. I mean, for me, having a drum area, a sampler, and 3 different synths, that's going to open up so many possibilities, and it would be really, really nice to have that all in one unit. I can do that with various pieces of gear that I've got in my studio, but I don't have a complete unit that can do everything like that yet. So that's really got my attention and made me think, could this be something that would be really good for my progression as a beat maker, to have all those options in the box? And I think worst case scenario with it as well is that I could use it in a similar way to how I've used the J6 in the past and take advantage of those legendary Yamaha engines and just sample in chords into my SP404 Mark II, and maybe I could use that to either complement beats I've already made from samples or make entire beats from scratch. So it really has got me thinking whether this could be a good addition to my studio, and obviously it's well worth me shooting an email over to Yamaha to see if maybe I can get hold of one. If not, then I will talk about the price point, because it seems very reasonable, and it comes in at £349. That's English, so I imagine it's going to be a very similar price in dollars. So yeah, I mean, we're seeing a huge wave of these kind of devices now which offer so much at a very, very low price point. And I mean, for us as consumers, I think it's absolutely incredible, to be honest. We've got the SP404 Mark II, which I think is an amazing price point. We've had the KO2 from Teenage Engineering, and now we're getting this. So as far as I'm concerned, the more gear that's coming onto the market at these price points, the better. It's going to drive all the companies to make better products for lower cost. And it also means that companies like Roland with the SP404 Mark II, they've got to make more moves with that device this year now, because there's so many other products coming out which are really, really strong competition, that I really do think that unless Roland does something big this year with another update, they're going to be dragging their feet behind other companies that are putting out these kinds of devices. So it's really interesting to see it all happening. And yeah, the SEQTRAK looks like it could be quite an impressive piece of gear. So if you want to go and find out a bit more about it, there's already quite a few examples of it in action on YouTube. There are quite a few videos. Some of them are really, really long, so I haven't really had time to be able to watch through all of them. But on the face of it, I think the device looks really nice. It has a clean aesthetic, it's got loads of features in there, and it's at a really good price point, so I may well be picking this up. Let me know in the comments below, is this a device which may see you dip into your pocket again? We're having to say this to ourselves so much at the moment. I think I'll certainly be trying to get hold of it to be able to feature it in this channel, and if not, well, I will be very tempted to make this purchase, I think. So thanks a lot for watching again. again, guys. You seem to be really enjoying these gear reaction videos, so I'll continue to post them when new and interesting gear comes out. As usual, keep making beats, shout out to all my members, and I will be back with another video very, very soon.